Hey, everybody, and welcome to another XP Network Publisher Spotlight. I'm here with Rising Empire Studios. We've got Ridge and Garrett. Guys, welcome to the show. I'm going to go into a bunch of features and cool things in a second, but quickly tell us a little bit about yourselves. We'll start with Ridge.
Yeah, I'm Ridge. I'm the CEO of Rising Empire Studios. We do specialize in the Alpha Clash universe. We created it. We've got a slew of products from comics and novels to board game and trading card game. And so, yeah, we're here to talk about Rising Empire Studios, XP Network, how it all works, some cool things with Alpha Clash.
Yeah, I'm Garrett. We are brothers, but we also work together. So, yeah, I just excited to get in here, talk about studio, game, XP Network, how great it's been for us. Like Ridge said, we do all sorts of things in this gaming space, tabletop space. And tabletop games wasn't just enough. We do story and all the other things with it as well. So, and a lot more coming that we can't wait to talk about.
Awesome, guys. And our team is mostly based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, but today is the Midwest edition. I'm in Missouri for a big event here that I run called Frank Swap Meet at Jacob's Cave. I have a really big flea market that I run 3 times a year here. So I'm in my Midwestern attire with my American flag and my piece of wood I shot.
Fit right in.
Yep, fit right in.
I'm a vegetarian, lifelong vegetarian. So I'm going to mount this piece of tree that I shot with a shotgun because that's how us vegetarians roll. But anyway, if you're new to XP Network, scan the QR code below. You're going to get 100 XP for Rising Empire Studios. This is RESXP. It's usable on their Shopify store online, or it can convert to Universal XP, Global XP on our store where all the affiliate products live. Don't forget to download Ponga Champions on iOS or Android. This is kind of like our skee ball game where you can go in and earn XP. Right now, I believe you still get a bonus XP for linking your XP Network account in the video game. And then down the road, we'll have leagues and leaderboards and daily challenges where you can earn XP there too. I'm working directly with that game studio. It's a lot of fun. Stick around to the end, and there is a bonus spin where one lucky viewer will get 100 bonus XP to use as credit in the Rising Empire store. And we're going to go into some new features and some things that have happened recently. I think we're going to start with the drop that you guys just recently have. I just got notification that my XP Network exclusive card has shipped. So that's awesome. But tell us about that. You were kind of our guinea pig, one of the first drops we've done on the platform. We got a lot of feedback, and we've been improving the drop system so we can do more of these. But yeah, how was that experience? What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was great. For us, it was nice to kind of have a featured thing that we were teasing out there for a couple months. Hey, this is coming. Naturally in our space, we went with a promo card, XP logo, kind of a numbered thing. And it was great. We'd set up a time. This is when it's going to drop. Let everybody know. And was nice. Like half the promos were gone in the first 30 minutes. And then it just continued to tick throughout the rest of the day for people picking them up. And we ran it for 24 hours until we were able to get rid of them and get those out there. And I think it was a good experience. Like you said, we got a lot of feedback, things that'll make it easier and things in the future. And that's why we wanted to start with a promo card. And we have some cool, exciting ideas for bigger, better things we can do in the future with some exclusive drops. But overall, I think it was great for us and for our people.
This is a feature that publishers, retailers, and organizers will be able to use depending on what subscription level they have. But it's kind of like it's like a pre-order service, basically. You have a countdown to a drop. It's mostly for exclusives or limited edition items that are going to run out. So when you have something really cool that you want to put up on the store, just like Rising Empire did, be sure to set up a drop. We're taking feedback on that right now. I think it's going to be kind of like in between a Kickstarter and a pre-order. It's a really interesting space where you can put up kind of rare or unique or exclusive items and get some hype behind it and really show the community. So I'm excited to see where that goes. That's one of the beta features that we're finishing up in our live beta. And from there, I'm going to save leagues for last because that's kind of a long story. Mm-hmm. we did some XP sign-in beta fixes as well, based off of a bunch of feedback from the drop. So we used to have a little slider that lets you use the XP. The team has gone in and simplified the XP spend for everybody based off of feedback, and we're going to continue to work on that so fans can use their XP easily in, for instance, the Rising Empire Shopify store. We are also starting our integration with Square. So if you use the Square POS as a game store or just in general, we'll be able to link XP just like we do in Shopify. And we're already linked with Stripe, but Stripe is mostly for ticketing. We also have another beta feature we're working on that I would love to show off because I saw the behind the scenes designs for this today, but we're not going to show it off quite yet. But we have the event calendar coming up, where retail stores and publisher events can be linked, and they link directly to your Google Calendar, and it shows you like all your events you'd have for the weekend. You can subscribe to certain types of games. So anytime you want to play Alpha Clash at your local store, it'll tell you every time there's a new Alpha Clash tournament and add it to your calendar automatically, which is super cool. Really cool feature there. It's beautiful, but stay tuned for that because that's going to be up live relatively soon. And then we've got leagues and then eventually leaderboards. Leagues can be really complicated because you can do teams, you can do singles, you can do opt-in, opt-out. You have to play every single game in a league. So I know you guys just did like a huge update on organized play today, right? It went out today.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you want to start on this, but we're happy to go on this journey with you and talk about all of your OP and obviously the leagues feature.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll save some of the league stuff and talk about some of the other stuff. But yeah, we've been brewing on an organized play update for a long time, trying to get all of these events lined up for the rest of this year, going into next year, talking about onboarding new countries, new regions, new territories, all these things, trying to align it with pricing. And we do event cards and bounty cards and all these things to get this whole system, and really just trying to get the whole map laid out. And we didn't want to put it out in bits and pieces. We've been wanting to put it all out together here where we're going, but you maybe hit them.
Yeah, so we are expanded to some new countries with some of our events. Now we're going to be having nationals in the UK. We'll be doing a Clash Ground and nationals in Brazil and Chile. And then there's other countries that we're still trying to work it out and see.
Didn't quite have them finalized.
Yeah, not finalized to get it on the
article,
calendar, but nonetheless, we've been working hard. We got the location locked in for our nationals in Des Moines, so the North American nationals this year, and then also our Pro Tour in Salt Lake City later this year, and then a Clash Ground coming back to Las Vegas at Darkside Games. Yeah. So that's just the U.S. We've got the Philippines, we've got the U.K., we've got South America, and so we're continuing to expand and looking for new potential, growing markets for us. But we love organized play. We think that we have a unique spin on it in that we try to focus on the fun and competitive aspects. So that's where those unique event cards come in, the bounties, so people can play unique contenders. They don't always have to play the ultra meta thing to try to win the tournament. They can walk away with a win, winning a bounty, placing, the highest with their with that contender in the field, and then they get a cool promo card and cash prize,
an achievement.
An achievement. Yep, achievement too.
I was just writing that down to talk about because we're updating the achievement system right now for the fans watching. If you're a player, we're working on your player profile to be able to set up your trophy case of all your achievements, so you can pick and choose which ones you want to feature. Because typically you can get achievements for all kinds of stuff, but there's big achievements like winning a tournament or winning a nationals or whatever else, getting a certain placement that you might want to show off to your friends or collect it in your trophy case. Bounties is an achievement at like customizing into the system is something we could probably do. That was really interesting. Obviously, no promises there, but our dev team's pretty good at working with publishers on custom features.
Yeah. No, it's great. And like I said, we'll link a lot of the tournament placements, pricing to different achievements, as well as bounties and different kinds of things like that. And like Ridge said, we like to bring the fun to these events and mix it up. Bounties, event cards. At the last one, there was you got an XP bonus if you showed up in cosplay at a tournament or whatever. Just try to do things that are different and unique. And like you said, expanding to new territories, that's exciting. But the biggest things for us with this organized play announcement was trying to remove barriers to entry. Okay, so one of the ways we're doing that is with the online leagues and things we'll talk about, but also we kind of revamped our invite system a little bit. Some of our tournaments were locked behind invites, and we've opened up some of the nationals level and pro tour level events to more people just to have more access. These are really tent pole moments for the community. Like if you're in America, you usually get 3, 4, 5 big events a year to go to. And we don't want to block people from going to some of them because they couldn't go to a qualifier or things like that. So really just trying to make things more accessible in person and online, more ways to go. And then we announced not only kind of a revamped path to go to our world championships that we'll be doing in person, but also an online world championships that you're going to qualify for by playing in our leagues online. And so really just giving people more opportunities, more access, more ways to experience Alpha Clash, and just really get plugged into the whole ecosystem and the community was really big for us. And so we put a lot of time and effort into like, where is every way we can bring people into this thing, and just get people plugged in and get them in that pipeline of like, do you want to play at your local game store? Great. Do you not have access and you want to play online? Well, here's a path you can do. As well as like if you want to go all the way to the World Championships, or if you're in Chile or Brazil or the United Kingdom or whatever, we want to get it out there to more people. So whole lot of things in that announcement. We didn't give like 100% full details on everything because it was so many different things kind of packed into one thing. So we'll have subsequent announcements coming out for the next few weeks of just more details on each of those things as too.
Are those all new locations on top of older national locations?
Yeah.
So where did you guys already hold nationals?
The United States and Philippines is where we were doing our nationals before. Okay. And then we're expanding to 3 new countries. We'll get to nationals this year. At least there's a couple more that just, we'll see that if we can get them in by the end of this year, if it'll be early into the next year.
Yeah, I don't want to prod too much on that. I know how those are kind of top secret and they're in negotiation. It's going to be really interesting to see where, because I end up in random countries too, so maybe I can show up.
Yeah, exactly.
There's another mode I forgot to mention that's in, I think it's probably mostly out of beta test now, but we have TV mode for stores that just got finished too. Shout outs to Darkside, where you guys have the Clash Grounds event. We've been testing live at that store. They're a partner of XP Network. They're signed up. And so we've been live testing the new scan feature. So we have kind of like when you do a Bandai event, right? You can scan in. A lot of stores like that scan-in ability to just auto join a tournament or something. So that is being tested out and we're getting feedback on. It might even be live right now. But the TV mode is live, where you can see your pairings and you have the clock countdown and everything built for TV. One of the benefits of working with developers that worked at Apple is our CTO built Apple TV and all the apps for Apple TV. So building specifically for TV was like pretty easy for him, I would say. But it's also like really pretty and clean and easy to see. So there's a little TV button now when you're running your tournaments that can just stream the tournament to the TV. I don't know if you guys even knew about that.
We haven't used it yet.
We have partners at Adepticon right now. I think we have 4 partners at Adepticon, and a lot of them brought monitors just to use the TV feature for their tournaments that are happening right now.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, we'll have a bunch of them, and we'll have, not only do we have just the larger size ones, we also have store championship level events called Awakenings, and we have dozens of those scheduled across all the different countries as well. So there'll be a good opportunity for stores to try that out.
I have a couple questions from the chat if you are ready for those.
Well, we talk those, and then we can get into leagues and talk even more about that.
We'll take 2 questions from the chat, and then we're going to answer or go into leagues a little bit, and then I'll take more chat questions. Before we do that, if you haven't already, scan the QR code to get your 100 XP and to get your chance at the bonus 100 XP for Rising Empire Studios from the wheel spin at the end of the stream. If you don't scan that, you don't qualify for the XP. You can sign up for this event and still not get your XP, so be sure to scan. First question is from What Game Next? Any new products this year? ?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course. Why would there not be?
Yeah, we have an internal roadmap for the TCG, for comics, organized play, and
Can at least say on a few different things. Comic book wise, you should see the next issues 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cosmic Conquest comic book series spread out every couple months or so for the rest of the year, with those dropping. And then we will have the 4 issues of the collaborative series we did with Mark Wade. Will be dropping later this year. So we'll have 8 more comic books releasing this year, which is great for us. You get a lot more of the story out there.
They look so cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
The ones that aren't out yet, are awesome. We can, it's
really fun.
Yeah,
just
can't
fun
wait
to
to
watch
get
it.
those out. And then beyond that, we haven't announced the rest of our product releases. I would imagine maybe like a week from today, we might be even announcing potentially our next product, give or take. So, when that's dropping and when that's hitting, and then that product will be followed shortly after that by another product this year at least. So, a lot more to look forward to on the products.
A lot of this reminds me, I used to have a show called The Joffus when I was running Jasco Games. We did his live stream pretty much every week. Mm-hmm. And we had, obviously you can't say a lot of the stuff before it's ready for release. There's a whole process to getting things through distribution and marketed and everything properly. So we always just had to say anything's possible. And this is where it's well, anything's possible. There's probably going to be some releases. Next question is from Dominican Hero. New champion deck coming soon?
There will be more champion decks coming with all of our organized play events coming up. We will see what creative things people bring. For those that don't know what those are, let's say I don't know if I have one within arm's reach here, but we actually honor our community by taking some of the not just event winning decks, but some of the most cool and unique and just different decks that are out there that people build in the community. Mm-hmm. And then we actually take them, we'll put the players' signatures on them, put their photo in the box and give their deck list and kind of create this champion deck product for people to kind of get their hands on something somebody else built. And so it's something we'll continue to do.
It's a competitive deck for, an affordable price. And it also features our community, in a pretty unique way. So those are really fun. I guess Jason, your motto was anything's possible.
That's it. Yeah.
It's possible.
As a TCG, you gotta keep it a little top secret just because you have to. I'm going to warn everybody in advance. We have vendors coming in here at the swap grounds. This place is twice the size of Disneyland, California. It's a huge fairground. And so if you hear background noise, I'm trying to mute myself when vendors are coming by with their gigantic vehicles and giant trucks and stuff. So I apologize in advance. This is more of a hobby project on the side. So it's fun. It's fun. You ready to go into leagues?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll definitely. So leagues, I mean, it's something we have been talking about us together for a few months, several months now, that just kind of hey, this is coming. This will be a cool feature. And so we've had time to really sit with it. What does that look like? How do we want to do it? How can we really integrate as many people? I mean, I saw a chat happening in our Discord this week of people in Asia talking to people in the US well, you've never played anybody as good as this player with this deck. And it's well, they've never had a chance to play together in person, but now you're going to have a chance to do it on these online leagues. And so I guess we'll find out, get everybody together, let them play together and really just expand out of just your game store. As much as we want people in the game stores playing, it's we want people gathering and playing and giving them just more opportunities to do stuff. And so the way that our leagues are going to work is we have announced that there are 4 different 4-week-long leagues throughout the year. Players will be able to sign up. The leagues are free to join. So another barrier, it's free to join. You're going to be able to use TCG Arena, which is a free browser-based platform to be able to play the game. So you can join the league for free. You can use the platform for free. You don't have to have fancy webcams or tabletop simulator or anything else that you have to pay for. You can import decks from our deck builder with Deck Planet, and just show up with your best thing and participate. It's going to be a Swiss format where we're going to have a set number of rounds. You're going to have so many days to complete your match with your opponent, log your results. It'll all be ran on XP Network. It'll just be normal Swiss event. And at the end, we'll have all the results and we'll tally them up. The top so many people from each league will automatically qualify to play in our online world championships. In addition to that, that's how you're going to qualify for the online worlds, is participating in the online leagues. You also will get XP for joining the league, and you'll get XP for every game that you, or every match that you win during the league, as well.
Pretty big net positive since it's free to play.
Yes.
So getting credit, which is fantastic. That's a pretty good incentive to play in a league.
Yeah, you get credit for joining, you get credit for winning, you qualify for online worlds if you place high enough, and then obviously at the end of this road there will be prizes and all sorts of stuff people can win that we haven't announced yet, through kind of the online tournaments. But yeah, that's a little bit of what am I missing on leagues.
And then the top competitors of that would get an invite for physical worlds.
Yeah, and then the top players at the online worlds, that's one of the paths you can get to go to the in-person world championships, in addition to our regional, national, and pro tour level events. And so you can just qualify straight through online leagues if you don't have the opportunity to travel and do those things for the other events.
This is awesome. So for anyone that has their local game store and wants to practice for the league, you can have your stores sign up for XP Network and host in-store leagues as well, where you treat your local game nights and your local tournament nights as part of the league to practice. So that's a way to do it in person as well. I highly encourage you guys to go out to your game shops and see if they can set up a league too, because it's a cool way to practice for qualifiers. They can do it online too, I guess, but why not do it in store if they're already in store?
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Definitely. But yeah, the leagues are going to be, I'm really excited about the leagues. And I think like anything, there'll be some excitement for that first one. Some people are going to sit back and watch and see how it goes. And I think you'll just continue to see more participation with people diving into that as they figure it out.
I have another question from the chat here from Charmed Boy. Will the prize breakdown for each tournament be announced next week? More specifically, I think it's a Progenitors Gambit Asia, since we, the Philippines, are the first ones to hold it.
So we won't be announcing the prize structure for everything by next week, but plan over the next several weeks of us just making announcements.
Over the next 2 weeks, we probably have 4 announcements lined up for the next 2 weeks. And so some of that includes tournament prizing. Some of it might include a new product. Some of it might include other stuff. So yes, there are a lot of details coming, and that's where
we've got a pipeline of it.
There's a pipeline of announcements coming. And so kind of like it said in that announcement press release today, like this is meant to be a high level overview with details on each individual thing coming in the upcoming announcements, because if we gave every detail about everything that we put in there today, it would take you like an hour to read the article. So we just kind of gave bits and pieces, and we'll dive into
each
it
one
individually.
breathe a little bit.
Yeah. So it's coming. It won't be very long until you get that information.
That's awesome. Any other big updates or news you guys want to talk about outside of XP Network, outside of events and drops and tournaments and things?
There's always a lot of news.
There's a lot of stuff I would like to talk about.
Yeah, but
that we can't talk about yet.
We can't talk, but
everybody, it's like literally the worst thing that anybody watching is hearing is like, oh, they have something they can't say. But over the next few weeks, we've got some big announcements. Over the next few months, we've got some big announcements. Over the next few years, we've got some big announcements. So
I'm privy to at least like one of those announcements that I can't talk about. So there's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason knows at least about some of them, and can't talk about those yet either.
Yeah.
So.
But it's really fun, and it's always worth it once we can announce. You see how excited people get, and just showing how like, oh, we've been working on this for a long time. I couldn't wait to show you or whatever. Right. So
I would say I can't wait for people to just find out about some of the projects and things that we have coming up and to know some of them that we've been working on for 2 years, a year and a half, like the amount of time and energy and things that go into it in advance that obviously nobody ever sees. Obviously you just kind of show up and it happens for everybody else, but you're in the nitty gritty of it for not just months, but years, trying to make it happen and deliver something cool. And we've got some cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, then are we ready to do a wheel spin?
Let's do it.
Okay. Before we do it, this is your last chance. Scan the QR code. I'm guessing below. I'm not watching the stream. I'm on the stream, but I'm guessing you need to scan the QR code below to qualify for the wheel spin and to get your initial 100 XP for the RES XP in the shop. Shane's typing something. We got one more question. Any set 8 news from Wind to Serenity?
Oh, set 8. All right. So anyone that knows a lot about Alpha Clash, we have 7 core booster sets. We've got an expansion booster. We've got draft box. The 8th core booster, which would finish out the cosmic block, I would anticipate that happening within the calendar year.
It's happening this year. Yeah. That's the news. You'll get it this year.
Yeah.
I bet they could guess that. We have another one. A comment from musician 1025. We have a little play group at our FLGS. Super excited for the online tournaments. That's just a nice comment. So no question.
Nice.
No comment.
Appreciate it.
And
tell your local game stores to get Alpha Clash, get the comic books in, and sign up for XP Network and get some tournaments going, get some leagues going.
The whole ecosystem.
The whole ecosystem is great, and it's the same thing. I mean, we hear it all the time, right? It's like, I have 4 players at my store. I have 3 players in my store. I have 10 players in my store. I'm the only player in my store. Like, whatever it is like, either way, if you have somebody to play with and you're enjoying it and you're getting in your game store, that's great. We know there's nothing more infectious and contagious in a game store than somebody who likes something. It's the number one way that things spread. I can walk in myself, introduce myself as the, whatever from the company, but it doesn't go as far as somebody sitting there saying like, hey, I really like this thing. You should check it out. Because it's just authentic. But on the flip side, we also want to offer those people that have 1 or 2 or 10 people to play with the leagues and the online options to go play with other people in the community outside of the people you're playing with. And I see Ridge is holding one here. We do also have a cool tool for a lot of stores and people.
Yeah, it's a great onboarding tool. If you haven't seen this yet, this is our preview deck. It features Magnate versus Conquest. It's 2 30-card decks in this little tuck box. Teaches you how to play the game. If you don't know how to play the game, or you're trying to teach someone, you can scan the QR code, takes you to a video, and then we show
a tutorial with a short walk through how to play, and then we play a game afterwards if you want to really see how to play.
And then we commentate over it, what's happening, and all those things. But these are available for champion stores pretty much at will. So, you can hand these out. And then they're also on the XP store too.
And these are one of our items that are fully XP only. And so for just 200 XP, you can go onto our store and ship yourself one of these. And so you're getting 100 just for being here on the stream. And if you happen to hit the wheel spin and get another 100, you got enough to pick yourself up one of these preview deck sets as well. We did go ahead and put on some booster boxes and booster cases and champion decks and some other products on our XP Network store, and those are currently XP only. So if you want them from us, essentially you have earned that XP through coming to tournaments, leagues, whatever it is, streams, and also if you haven't had that XP, then go buy those from your local game store.
Yeah, when Garrett says XP only, it's not just that it's only because it's XP Network. It's that you can't buy it with money. You have to earn XP to go get that item, which is one of the coolest features about the platform. Like, I love that there's minimum XP spends and only exclusive XP spends. It's really awesome, especially for publishers to give out people organized play support, special items, VIP items, tournament support in a way that is actually proving participation. I love that about it. So really cool feature. Shout outs to the dev team. They really did a great job on that. And I think we're ready for the wheel spin. All right, Shane, let's cue it up. Give me like a thumbs up or something when it's time to spin. And then I will make my fake sound effects as usual. It's good to go. All right, here we go. Beep, 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 beep. Ding, 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 ding. I never know how long it spins. I've never.
It's probably gone at some point.
Yeah, I might get it right sometimes. But the winner is Raygon, Reygon.
Hey.
Congratulations to Raygon. You have enough to get that deck that they just showed, the 2-player.
That's right.
Or save it up for a booster box or something else, maybe some promo cards. There's always going to be more new cool stuff on there, so you can always save it. But we do encourage you to spend it too. It's fun. So you get stuff.
That's right. I don't blame anybody for wanting to save it up because we're going to put on some really cool stuff, but there's already some really cool stuff on there. We have probably a few dozen different kinds of items already on our store you can go use your XP on.
That's awesome. All right. Well, any final words before we let everybody have their weekend back and go play some Alpha Clash?
You think?
Buckle up.
Yeah, buckle up. We were very excited for putting that initial announcement out today. Like I said, we'll have a couple more announcements next week, the next week, a couple more. And some of the biggest ones we have coming yet are not all that far away. And so we can't wait to get to that point where we can tell you more. But till then, just enjoy it. We appreciate you guys being here, supporting us, supporting Rising Empire, XP Network, and all. So thank you.
All right, everybody, go follow Rising Empire Studios. Sign up for XP Network. Get your XP. Read the big update because it sounds like every single week there's some cool stuff coming up for quite a while. And we'll see you next week, most likely. We're trying to do live streams on Fridays as often as possible. If you're at Adepticon, good luck on any of the games for Catalyst or Warlord or Weird. I think Chaosium might even be there. There's a bunch of partners over at Adepticon. So good luck to everybody that's playing in a live tournament. And support your local game stores. We will see you next week, most likely. Over and out.